Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of Ewok's Endoor training. We're doing it outdoors today. All right, I got my buddies Griff.
Hello.
And Tom here with me. Griff's actual name is Joe. As you can tell, those of you who are red versus blue fans, that's why we call him Griff. And I think, what did we settle on your nickname was?
The Retaliator.
The Retaliator. I just like calling him Tom because it's easier.
Fine.
Alright, so today's episode we're going to be telling you about the strike zones for Lightspeed Saber and Saber League. So last week we talked about, or not last week, last episode we talked about the gear requirements. So you can see here, Griff here has pretty much the minimum required gear. He has the elbow pads, the helmet, the gloves, and the saber, and his shoes. Tom is actually wearing pretty much a full Saber Legion gear setup. Both are completely allowed and completely viable. I think, Joe, why do you like to do the whole lighter and less gear?
I like being more mobile, so I like a lower gear profile. That way it restricts my movements less, and I create less of a gear profile for people to hit.
Fair. And Tom, why do you like wearing the full gear?
Because he's a Panzer tank.
That is exactly right. No, part of it is, well, when I first started doing Lightspeed, getting hit repeatedly stings a lot more than the TSL blades.
It does sting.
Even though the TSL blades can do more damage. So that's why I started wearing the motocross armor. But I like practicing in the full gear because that way, if I'm wearing less during the actual the LSL tournaments, it makes me a little bit more mobile as well. So at least I'm
Fair.
accustomed to the weight and gets me a little light.
Okay, so you like strip down a little bit more for the...
Exactly.
That makes sense, training with heavier gear. Dragon Ball Z-ish style right there.
Mhm.
No,
Exactly.
take off your weighted shirt, creates a dent in the ground.
Mhm.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about strike zones. Griff, if you'll assist me with this real quick. So in Lightspeed, pretty much everything except down here is a valid target. So unlike TSL, there are the thrustable targets and the slashing targets. In Lightspeed, there are no thrusting targets. Thrusts are absolutely not allowed.
Getting tired, buddy. Get to the point.
All right, so all of this, arms, hands, even the fingers, that's a big adjustment TSL fighters are going to need to make. Fingers count as a valid target. Right? Hilt counts for a point. That's another thing TSL fighters are going to need to do. So if I were to strike and hit him in the hilt, that's a point for me. All right? Legs are a valid target. Now, there is a nuance to this. Face me, Joe. You are not allowed to go in for a full wide swing straight to the knee. Full cut to the knee. So if you're going to cut to the knee, it has to be a little bit less of a cut, or it has to be a more pulled shot. Another thing, these blades are whippy. So you're not allowed to do any just whip in. So I can't just come and whip him back on purpose. Now, if it happens inadvertently, that's a different thing. Finding the fine line between those is up to the marshal or the judges. Every shot is, and if you hit someone clean, so Joe, all right, if he comes in and he gets clean and I don't hit him at all, that's 3 points for him. However, if he comes in, hits first, and then I hit him within 0.5 seconds, then it's 1 point to him. So that's the main point differential right there. Now, if he hits me, and then I come in way too late, right? Then it's no longer, and then it still counts as a clean shot for him because it was out of time. It has to be within 0.5 seconds. Again, up to the judges to figure out if it's, and the head judge really to determine if it was in time or not. Anything you can think of that I'm missing there? I think that covers most of the points of the basic strike zones. It's pretty much everything except for crotch, and I don't think neck is a valid strike either. Of course, there's always a fine line of being shoulder or neck. No thrusting, not allowed. Chest is valid if you slash. Everything has to be a slashing point.
Feet.
Oh, feet do count. Feet do count. My camera lady was asking me if feet count. I'm fairly certain it counts. Again, King, correct me if I'm wrong on that. You commented last time. Feet do count?
Yeah, once I learned that, I started getting it.
Perfect. So feet are a completely valid target. Another thing, no thrusting. Another thing TSL fighters are going to need to make an adjustment for, because I know some of you like to fight barefoot.
The reset.
After every point,
Yeah, not that.
we'll talk about that next time. Yeah, the striking, how to strike. After every point is scored, you actually reset back to your corners. It's not just break fighting distance like TSL. You have to reset back to your corners. So to show you guys kind of what it looks like in Lightspeed, I know you can find videos and everything. I'm gonna have Tom fight Joe here in a quick 10-point match so that you can kind of see what the judging is like as well. All right. Fighters here and to the end of the line. To the line. All right. You're both right. So Lightspeed likes to call the color of the saber the fighters are using. How about I get my? I was about to hand you a red. Okay. So they don't go red and blue like is standard for TSL. They do it based on the color of the blade. So it's all about the color of the blades. So we're gonna go blue and green. Fighters ready? Salute each other. Right? And fight. Great. Back to your corners. Okay. So this is, you'll see the judges doing these kinds of things a lot. This means that the strike came through to blue from green, and there was a return strike, all right, within time. So I'm going to award green 1 point. All right, let's just make this a 5-point match to make it quick. 5-point match. Fighters ready? Fight. Break. So you'll see them do this. This actually that perfect timing on that. All right, he came in clean to green's hilt, so that's 3 points to blue. All right, ready? Fight. Hold. So that was another clean strike from Tom, or from blue to green. That makes it 6-1. We're gonna award that match to Tom. Just a quick 5-point match. Time. Yeah. We don't want to make this video too long.
Yeah, that's
So that's pretty much Lightspeed right there in terms of the fighting. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. While you're fighting out there, let me know what do you think your favorite kind of strike would be when you're fighting in Lightspeed. Right? This has been Ewok's Endoor Training. I'm Ewok. This is
Griff.
This is
Tom.
I'm a little afraid of what's about to happen to me. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Oh, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I put up a new episode. I'm going to be making a lot more of these, not just for Lightspeed to TSL, but TSL to Lightspeed, but Lightspeed to TSL. And there's other groups. I want to do one for HEMA to TSL as well. I'm going to be putting out a lot more of these soon. All right, see you guys.